Yes, I had always music instruments at home. My mother is a music professor, music pedagogue, and music for me was very natural. I always wanted to be a musician. Anyway, wanted to make something creative. Well, everybody who is involved with art, painters, writers, and of course many musicians that I encountered on my way. My biggest inspiration, I would say, is my mother herself, because her connection with music is very organic. She lives music, she breathes music, and this natural feeling about music, and it really was very important for me. I always felt free to do what I wanted, and I felt appreciated in everything I wanted. Anyway, my whole family was a very supportive, always from the beginning. Oh yeah, many times. I many times felt I was gonna drop everything out and work anyway in a cafe or do something a little bit more quiet, because it's a hard profession. It requires you a lot of discipline, a lot of keeping your instrument right. And the most difficult part is not even the physiological part and the technical part, but the fact that you have always to promote yourself, to sell yourself, to get job. You have to do auditions to get in a theater, to get a role, and you have to sell your concert. Have to have public. You have to sell your CDs. You have to promote yourself. So you have to find a way of nurturing and financing your art and keeping yourself alive. Of course, it's not easy and requires a lot of energy. And sometimes you are tired, or sometimes the challenge is too big. You are singing in a big role, or it costs you a lot of energy, a lot of adrenaline, and you feel like, oh my God, why I'm doing that to me? Why I'm doing that amount of pressure? But anyway, when you are on stage and you win these obstacles and you really express yourself in the most of your artistic capabilities, and you get the support of the audience or your colleagues, and then that's the drug, that keeps you alive. Music is a big challenge, but once you are on stage and you really live your art and you receive the communication with the public and your colleagues, you live the music, that makes you a fantastic, that's, you cannot compare, that makes you a richer person, that makes you enlightened, that makes you more close to yourself. It's always a win situation when you overcome these big hard obstacles. So it's a hard life, but you have to believe in yourself and your integrity, and do your art the most dignifying way. And when you do it, that the reward is fantastic. So that's why we do it. You cannot live without music. I received no many times. So there's so for example, I auditioned for a theater or a role, and I felt well, and they didn't engage me, or I asked for a concert in a place and they didn't answer. And how did I deal with that? I deal with that like that. Life, it's no it you have to believe in yourself. First thing, you have to believe in your dreams. You have to really be prepared. So study and do everything with the most care possible, the most accuracy and dedication as possible. And of course you're gonna receive no, but you have to go on. This no makes you a little bit frustrated in the beginning, but then gives you an impulse to try something else. And this try something else, this other possibility, is the thing that makes you strong. The finding of possibilities, the rediscovering yourself, believing yourself. The more you do that, the more you overcome also these no's, it's gonna make you stronger. Because the most important thing is really to know how you are, what you do, how you do it, and believe in your inspirations, because the way is with lots of obstacles, but the believing is that as what is gonna make you achieve things. Believing and of course studying. I would say yes, you are in the right way. Do it. Do it. Follow your intuition. I was very intuitive person. I always did everything out of my guts, and I was very dedicated. What I would say to my own woman, 16 years old, like that, because what I felt sometimes is, as a woman, we are in the, because of a partner or because of many other situations, you feel like you're not so empowered. So you feel like you're not yet, you need somebody else to for advice, and sometimes I took decisions or I made myself a little bit smaller. And I would say, you girl, you have the power. Don't listen to anybody. You follow your intuition. If you have a partner or a teacher that says you to not to do it, that do it anyway, because follow your guts. That's I would say to my own 16-year-old self. Of course, I was from the beginning very powerful, but sometimes I felt like, yeah, when you are young, you rely so much in advice of people, but it's very important. But the guts, you have to keep it alive and burning. You are the power. You are yourself the power. I would say bravo to everybody who follows their dream, who follows their dream with dignity, who really do music with a soul, an open soul, and who really are open to others, because this life has so much egos all around, and the people who really touch me the most are the people who are really authentic and open to others. So I would say bravo to everybody who follows their dream. Kids in Brazil, go and study music. Go to a choir. Go to study violin. Of course, you depend on your parents, but be a pain in the ass and ask them to go to a concert. I remember myself being like very young, 5, 6 years old, and my mother was bringing me to the symphonic orchestra from OSPA in Brazil, and I was like bedazzled. I was really feeling like, my God, what is that wonderful world of classical music? So I was really saying, my mother, Mama, let's go to the symphony, let's go to see the orchestra. And so, kids, music is something fantastic. Something fantastic. It doesn't matter if you're gonna make a career or not. It's important to live it. Everybody deserves the opportunity to be involved with music and to be involved with classical music. Classical music is here for centuries and is still very much alive. You know why? Because it goes straight to your soul. It goes straight to your soul. The language of music is a language everybody understands, and is a language that's one is gonna make you more rich and more open to the world. It's gonna open your senses. It's gonna make you think and creative. It's gonna make you more happy. So kids, go and learn an instrument. Doesn't matter which instrument. Go and learn an instrument. And the most important, go to concerts, go to museums, go to see and live art the most intense way as possible. It's gonna make your life richer and it's gonna make you a better person. Oh, the big kiss from me, Carla Maffioletti, for you.